Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Channel Yemaswati News. I'm Linda Shongwa with your headlines. His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister stated that the rights of was bombed in the city, a second consecutive time of an ATM bombing in the city. Police state that they'll continue to strengthen security and pleaded with Yemaswati to work with the police in reporting matters before they can escalate into serious matters. MTN Eswatini was able to launch their trial of 5G network, which Eswatini will continue to embrace. His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister stated that the rights of Yemaswati should always be protected, regarded that they are incarcerated or not. His Excellency was speaking at a tour conducted by His Majesty's Correctional Services in the facility. We have a report.
The Deputy Prime Minister today visited Vulamasango School in commemoration of the African Child Day, which this theme's year is eliminating all forms of abuse in children and women. Honorable Senator Themba Nhlanganiso Masuku was accompanied by Minister of Education Lady Howard Mabuza and the Minister of Justice Polile Shakhantu. The Deputy Prime Minister took a tour around the school in different departments. In his speech, this is what he stated.
Since there's Kubulo, we went for strongest there. It's a collective responsibility. I'm trying to wait for strongest there. That's why there's Kubulo, let's start Kumela and so on. I'm very excited to be here. But congratulations. Again, congratulations. You are my stars.
Banfana even kumele kube khona minister, deputy prime minister, not just the minister, but deputy prime minister. Dodawuwa welfare yebanfana even, which means welfare yebanfana is really in the heart of His Majesty, because banfana bangulibaloya MDB, you are the future for this country. So we want to thank His Majesty for having that visionary leadership that the welfare of children in the country be housed in the Deputy Prime Minister's office.
Those are our computers. One year this is a 30 hours that our room was going to accommodate everything. So half of the computers were bought by the school and half of them were bought by donations from education and
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati, I am Nondobeko Tabete with Justice Lamini at Vulamasango.
The Minister for ICT today, represented by the Principal Secretary in the Ministry, Yemaswati Dube, stated that it's important for the country to conserve its history, importantly to celebrate the ESWATINI National Archives Day, stating that this day is very important, celebrated annually to continue to remind Yemaswati of its importance.
Archives bequeath us with a window to the past, shedding light on decision-making that helps us master the art of building a better future. This was said by the Minister of ICT, Her Royal Highness Princess Nkosatana Sikhanyiso, through her representative, the Principal Secretary of the Ministry of ICT, Yemaswati Dube, as the Ministry, along with members of the Senate, Parliament and other high-level delegates, celebrated International Archives Day.
Program Director, allow me to highlight the significance of national archival institutions in the information sector. Archives preserves the country's documentary heritage as a memory of the nation. They are not just passive containers of our memory, but rather proactive agents that shape our memory. Archives embody the values of society and its dignity. They bring to life the voices of our ancestors from long ago. It is for this very reason that communities and entire nations alike retain archives as means of remembering and connecting with their past and their origins. In the words of Marcus Garvey, a Jamaican journalist and publisher, I quote, "A people without knowledge of their past, history, and origin and culture is like a tree without roots." Ladies and gentlemen, in the International Archives Day, the International Archive Day is annually commemorated worldwide on the 9th of June. Eswatini also takes the time today to join the rest of the world in observing the significant day.
Director of the Eswatini National Archives, Ngoba Msibi, spoke much the same of the importance of archiving, emphasizing its importance in building a better future.
Kuze ukuthi kutowatiseka umhlaba ngebumqoka bekugcina mhlawumbe imilando yemave lebhalwe phansi umsakade. Mhlawumbe umuntu angathi nje kuchaza kancane ukuthi lenhlangano lapho khona isambulelo tonke ke lamave lapho khona athelela khona lane tindzawo letitingungu tekugcina emagugu lesithi ke International Council on Archives.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I am Temalangeni Dlamini in a report compiled by Gcina.
Standard Bank ATM was bombed in the city, a second consecutive time of an ATM bombing in the city. Police state that they'll continue to strengthen security and pleaded with Yemaswati to work with the police in reporting matters before they can escalate into serious matters.
With the nation experiencing increased threat of violent attacks, the city of Mbabane alone has seen instances of ATM bombings, with 2 bombings reported in the past month, with the latest of the 2 having occurred just last night in Mbabane's industrial site. No arrests have yet been made in connection with these bombings thus far.
Singasho nje ukuthi sibonile vele kwenteka tithube ntanga bo3 nakutawusa nje kulelanga lanamuhla enzona yase-industrial site lapho khona kushayeke i-ATM umshini lona lobeka imali. Lesingakusho ke simaphoyisa ukuthi sifikile emva kokuba sesitholile lemibiko. But ngelishwa sisengakakusete lababoshiwe kulesikhathi samanje emaphoyisa ke efikile ekseni salenda lonke liphenyo lethu lebekufuthi silende nabo bona laba belibhange balolona lelibhange lebalishayile kunginyalo nje semaphoyisa ethu asachubeka nalo liphenyo le kusete lokukhulula singakusho ukuthi engabe ikhona indlela imali lebagcine bakhona kuyithatha noma kude kodwa ke nasesicede kuhlanganisa yonke i-investigation yethu kanye nabo laba belibhange staff nje sibuye sisho futhi esiveni ukuthi ingabe vele kukhona yini imali nangabe ikhona kumbe bayithathile kungaba ngumalini kwanyalo nje sikusho ukuthi amaphoyisa aqhubeka nalo liphenyo lesethemba ukuthi atawukhona kufika egcineni kwalo lapho laba latigebengu letendele emgila mkhuba titawukhona ukuthi tibhekane nawo umthetho.
Ingabe madam ilibhange belinayo insecurity in terms of CCTV nalokunye nje lokusipha
Sicabanga ukuthi lokho akusiyo into lesingayitshela sive ngoba phela i-security yelibhange yatiwa ngibona labelibhange kodwa ke siyethemba ngoba phela cishe siyatuthethe indzaba letiningi vele sacela nakuwo amabhange ukuthi phela abente litaba letingaba khona ukuthi kumbe nasekwendekile balishaya njengoba kwendekile batokhona ukuthi bangaba ne-information lengawasita wona emaphoyisa tonke leti tinto letingiletitfola nasesihlanganise lemibiko sikanye nabo laba belibhange.
Sesibili lesigameko la dolobheni.
Yebo siyabona ukuthi sesesibili sigamekelo sentekile esikhathini lesingephasi kwenyanga. Sicela nje kwexwayisa kubo bona sive lesikhona ukuthi phela siyacela ukuthi singemaphoyisa nangabe kumbe kuyendeka kuyabonakala ukuthi kunegangathite lokwendekayo noma ngaba kusesiko kona emabhange abathinze phela emaphoyisa nangabe kwendeka kukhanzakala ukuthi emaphoyisa akekho jude lapho kwendeka lokucala khona bashayele yona inhlabankosi yemaphoyisa noma bapote kuleso station lesisuke sidudane lapho kubonakala ukuthi kwendeka lokho kucala.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Gina Madonsela with Linda Shongwe and Temalangeni Dlamini Mbabane.
The Ministry of Agriculture states that it supports the ESWATINI initiative of protecting the country against foot and mouth, even though there's been reports circulated that South Africa has been hit by foot and mouth, stating that this threatens the market in EU and Africa as a whole.
The Southern African region is renowned for its production of high-quality beef, making it a preferred source of beef for foreign markets such as that of the African and EU markets. However, this predominance in these markets has been threatened by a recent outbreak of foot and mouth disease, which has been infecting cattle stocks in the region. However, cattle farmers in the kingdom have been urged to remain calm as the disease has not yet been detected in Eswatini, with the disease being more prevalent in neighboring countries. Farmers were also notified that as long as Eswatini cattle stocks remained healthy, foreign markets will still be open to them.
nathi sisengotini njengabo makhelwane shothi solo siyasonzela lakithi sisengotini sisingazithola lokusibita ukuthi silive siphinze sikhulumisane kabanti kakhulu nebafuyi kwekuthi akungalokothi ukuthi kungene lokungachamuka le makhelwane libasephathekile kulamalanga kungasho ukuthi siyabacwaya kepha ke sisendela ukuthi singaphindzi sithwale sakhele eminye imithwalo ngokuthi sidanze isifo lebe singakhona ukuthi sisivikele singangene eveni sine silivela kangwane sathi nasicala lesifo ngamanje 2022 shothi nje inyanga songadibala usetenga kuletini mhlawumbe sesikuye esihlanu nyalo savele samisa lokuthengiselana azakhona ukuthi lesifo asibambe asicontrol bese niyawuthatha niyawu-importa nithatha lapho senathi khona asisikho lesifo.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Gina Madonsela with Temalangeni Dlamini and Linda Shongwe Mbabane.
Taking a look at our international stories, the Republic of South Africa state that the reports of monkeypox bring stirred, stating that as the World Health Organization posed this pandemic as an emergency threat, they are expected to ensure that they strengthen their controls to halt the spread of monkeypox. South Africa continues to receive reports that the country is registering people who have contracted monkeypox. The Minister for Health in the Republic of South Africa, Joe Phaahla, stated that it is important for many people entering and exiting South Africa to be extra cautious and be vigilant, since the declaring of this pandemic is a threat that needs emergency attention by the World Organization. Even though restrictions have not been announced that conducts to issues of traveling by WHO, the minister stated that people should practice extra caution when traveling.
On Wednesday this week, on the 17th of August, we got a report from the NICD, NHLS, that we've had our fifth, number 5, positive case of monkeypox, which was a 28-year-old male from Johannesburg, Gauteng, with a travel history of Europe, Netherlands, and also it looks like he might have touched in Spain as well. The case was confirmed through a private laboratory, and samples were also sent to the NICD for sequencing. Now, this means that, as I said, we have recorded 5 positive cases between June 22 to the 17th of August, just 2 days ago. But there is no link at this stage, as the link has not been established with all these cases. But the team is still trying to check whether the last 2, the number 4 and 5, might have a link, because both had traveled to Europe, and it looks like to Spain, amongst other countries. We know that Spain has already recorded more than 5,000 positive cases and 2 deaths. Well, the World Health Organization has not recommended any travel restrictions, but it is important that people who are traveling should exercise maximum caution.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe. Babane. A robbery, which was an attempt at Mpuleni, was halted by community policemen making their reach on time. It is stated that the man who is stated to have been captured was carrying a knife after stabbing one of the residents.
A man today was caught red-handed on robbery at Matapa Casino by the community police. The community police of Mpuleni stated that this man was caught stabbing a young man with a very dangerous knife.
Ufana bakhe akusilo kodwa amajide akhe lona inkosi mina yangathi usigebengu naloba bebe
bakwazile
ya ngangikhuthi ngemukhwa la kathi yabona la wasakho
bebafunani ngoku
bafuna imali bafuna inankukuze ngengibathi ukuthi bafunani
ngole inzawo lapha kulimete khona
la kazoda sonika show
okay uthungibana
sosabile so
siyabona
amaphoyisa emango kumathapashito ukuthi atawuchubeka alwe nebuhlangudlwangu yize abantu labanye kubonaliseka ukuthi bese bavuka indlwabane mababanjwa indzabeni te-channel Yemaswati Justice wakahlameni nantobe kothabethe sikumathapha.
And the
MTN Eswatini was able to launch their trial of 5G network, which Eswatini will continue to embrace. This is part of their development, and stating that it does not have any implication in health issues. As Yemaswati are forging towards development, they should embrace these technological advancements.
It was a momentous event at the Mahlalo Kukwini House in eZulwini as MTN Eswatini, along with the Eswatini Communications Commission, launched the nation's first ever 5G trial. Eswatini Communications Commission Chief Executive Officer Mvilawempe Dlamini spoke highly of this trial, stating that the trial is not only important to MTN and Eswatini Communications Commission, but also the entire ICT sector and other industries in the kingdom, as it is a great stride that MTN is taking and a huge milestone for the country as they look towards the future development of the telecommunications industry, which is in tandem with the mandate of the Commission.
Natipi nje kakhulu kwele help ukuthi soyakhona ukuthi ungathola pressure lo le pressure yakwethlwandle khona ukuthi anga the operation ale because lama high speeds later na yena lo 5G asa possible kunyendi kakhulu vele na security yakhona seyisetulu kakhudlwana kunale beyiveli khona yabo 2G nabo 3G vele nje kunyendi kakhulu ngesiqetse nakona lokwe bantwana nje ukufunda abahlele emakhaya with 5G is about 100 times faster kunayena lo 4G lokushothi nje vele awu kunyendi kakhulu kuyiyo nje industry ukuthi ifuna kwendani lokungasita ukuthi yona isebenzise 5G.
Speaking further on this matter, MTN employee Thandazile Dlamini stated that should the trial be a success, then MTN would move to commercialize the 5G in the coming year.
Khona kusebenzisa i-internet sesiya phakama siya ku 3G la khona speed sekusebenzisa i-internet sesiya thuthuka in recent times sithuthukile in technology saya ku 4G namuhla ke side launcha 5G ngiyakholwa emaswati lamanengi abesavile ngaye edinzabeni nasemhlabeni wonke ngoba kukhulunywa ngaye ukuthi lo 5G lona uta nesivinini lesesabekako se speed now u connector to the internet. So that is what we're doing today. Siletha nje speed lesi hambisa kwembani laga MTN namhla kulo 5G lesimlonjako.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Gina Madonsela with Temalangeni Dlamini, eZulwini.
A feud has boiled up at Ngulwini following that there were threats released by one of a family member who threatened to kill some of his family members. Later, after the day, 2 goats have died after being poisoned.
The Sheba family of Ngulwini is complaining about their child who is poisoning their livestock and also stealing their chickens. Magapolile Sheba elaborated on how her niece bothers them. Gogo Josephina Sheba stated that they have done everything in their power to stop him from doing this.
Mlomzala uyasilukubeta vile uyasethuka asende konke ethuka etinhlamba nabothisha lapha nebantu abesikole abamangala etinhlamba letingaka lake ethukako manje kusenganyela ngasasethuka la wathi manje mina into angifakela shave akufake ekudleni aphinza angifakele netimbuti tami tife ngibavile nathi ke setiyafa timbuti tami lapha sengiyatibona lapha tinakho nje nathi kusekuseni tinga khona ngisho kusukuma phasi ngisiphathe timbuti kwende njani ngithi ngisingathi Jehova phela ngihayited timbuti kude suke lapho tife 2 wonke timbuti dingende njalo sengibathe ngiyabuka ke hawo yena bayisengihlaba imkhosi kokhwala ekhangithi hey nathi timbuti tami tiphela kanti phela umfowasho wathi timbuti tami tati nangu utati ipha chef nama angiphe chef udla netinkukhu tami bengifike boramtutu la ihokweni lapha athathe hamba ayokudla inkukhu tasemakhaya ngikhuluma nje itolo kusa kwayitolo uthethe inkukhu lapha beyifukamela ngavele bekasho asimanje utati nangu utati thatha inkukhu wathi shise emaqanza wathatha lamaqanza kwaphihla itapasi waphihla itapasi ane manje oyela ikhasi lamaqanza wathatha lenkukhu wahamba itolo ekuseni nje bekakhona alapha ekhaya kubo
sekufeta ingakho imbuti yakho nyana
ufeta imbili so long sabukile ukuthi ngabe diyaqhubeka kanti yafa futhi
uthini nabantu khulumisana naye nyana
asikhulumi naye vela asimbuki nekumbuka nje naka sikhulumisi ngesikwakhona kaphuma i-court order wena mjust kwaphuma i-court order lapha yeke ukuthi la ekhaya la angangeni but thina uyeta ungena la yakhishwa le magistrate lekamanzini
angiva gogo
Uticedzile tinkukutami netinkonke kwami nemabhodo ami yatsatsa netinto lapho yavula lapha etindlini lapho yaqhomola. Hayi khona Nkosi yami ngiphila amatima. Kodwa kwaphuma order lena kwathiwa lo muntu angangeni la kodwa uyangena mahlulene amaphoyisa.
Yena.
Wahlolile amaphoyisa impela nawo isihlulekile. Nemphakathi lomphakathi uyawasima khona lemphakathi. Ngithi kusesikhulwini sakhona lapha kuthombe simlambe lesihlaminyanza lekude.
Kodwa ngibani betela khona gogo?
Tosifina Sheba.
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati, I am Nendobeko Tsabeze with Justice Lamini at Ngulwini.
Recapping our top stories to English news. His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister stated that the rights of Yemaswati should always be protected, regarded that they are incarcerated or not. His Excellency was speaking at a tour conducted by His Majesty's Correctional Services in the facility. Standard Bank ATM was bombed in the city, a second consecutive time of an ATM bombing in the city. Police stated that they'll continue to strengthen security and pleaded with Yemaswati to work with the police in reporting matters before they can escalate into serious matters. MTN Eswatini was able to launch their trial of 5G network, which Eswatini will continue to embrace. Well, that's all for today. Until next time, please do enjoy the rest of your viewing. Good night.